Hey guys, Kirby Vacuum Collector and Fixer here, and I got me a regular G6, and this is a very special model to me, and well, it's kind of hard to explain short, so I have a little story here. So back in 2000, my grandma bought a brand new Kirby G6 from the salesman for, I think, $1,600, basically around the MSRP, maybe just a little more, but she bought a G6 just like this one that you see right here. And growing up, going to her house, I always played with it. I always messed with it, used it. That was the Kirby that I grew up with. And, you know, that went on for 10 years. Then in 2011, about 2 years after she moved in town here, she bought a Shark because, you know, arthritis, and she needed something lighter, which I totally understood. So she just had this thing sitting for 2 years not using it. And so then I asked her, may I keep it? And, you know, I was 10 years old at the time, and, you know, but yeah, I wanted it so bad. So I just asked her, and she said, go ahead, take it. And so that was my very first Kirby ever. Never owned a Kirby before that. And so this was my first ever model that I owned. This particular one, not the limited edition, the regular G6. And so basically I had it for a couple of years. For 2 years almost. Of course, me being the young kid I was, you know, just learning stuff. You know, I learned a lot by owning that G6. And then I got my second Kirby on New Year's Eve 2012, which was a 1972 1CR, which is actually right here. But I'm planning on selling it because I have 3 1CRs. And then I got my third Kirby that my grandpa bought me, this Legend 2. Now, this one I've had the longest because that 1CR was with another friend for a while that I gave it to a friend, and then they gave it back to me. So, but yeah. So this Legend 2 is the one I'm not getting rid of since it's the one I've had the longest. But anyway, back to the G6. In 2013, my parents wanted to look at the Centria 2. They had an interest in it, and so they called the dealer over. And, you know, very nice lady. She wasn't pushy. You know, she was very nice and understanding. She demoed the Centria 2 for us. And, you know, she gave out $2,800 as the price. You know, salesmen like to jack up the prices. She was a nice dealer, but yeah, she did the jack up price thing. So we're like, no, we'll think about it. We're not interested right now. But then she said, you know, I'm so impressed by your son's knowledge on Kirby's. Will you take $1,500 for it? And yeah, so they were like, well, that's a lot better, $1,500, but still a lot of money. And so then she said, you know, I can do a trade-in with one of your machines for the Centria 2, and I'll bring it down. And so I said, I don't know. So I had to pick between the 1CR, the Legend 2, and the G6. At the time, I was so excited about vintage Kirbys, about owning them, that I did not want to get rid of them. So I opted for the G6, and so we did the deal, traded the G6 in, and we got the Centria 2 for $950. Still pretty high, but not terrible. Definitely better than $2,800. And so ever since then, I've been longing for another G6 just like it. I did have a limited edition for a while, but it just wasn't doing it for me. The handle does so much. It changes the appearance dramatically. And so, yeah, I'm so happy to have the actual G6. Not the actual unit in particular, but the actual model that I had. It feels so good to have one again. So, I'll just show it to you. Lawrence actually did this for me. I bought it and had it shipped to him, and he did all the work on it. Now, he couldn't buff it since his buffing wheel was worn out, but he did do all the sanding and remove the scratches, so all I need to do is polish it. It's looking really, really nice. It's very clean, and it actually came with a brand new cord. It's brand new, so it's got a new bag in there, and Lawrence installed an LED. So without further ado, let's run my childhood Kirby that I've been longing for. So there it is, my childhood G6. It feels so good to use one again. It's been, how long has it been? It's been 7 years since I used a regular G6, and since I've owned one. Yeah, it feels great. Very nostalgic. So thanks for watching, and I'll have more up soon. And before I go, comment what your nostalgic Kirby, or any machine, any vacuum for that matter, what's a nostalgic machine that you remember growing up with? What was your first vacuum? What machine is special to you? Thanks for watching.